Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Just thought I'd come on tonight, or today, or this morning, whenever you're watching this. Let me just close that door a bit. I've got loud traffic outside. Just wanted to come on and show you what I've been playing with lately. I've been making some embellishments for some swaps, some paperclip swaps and different swaps. So I decided I need to work on my layering and my clustering because I'm not so good at it. But I found these embellishments in my stash. I did buy these in to sell in my store at one stage. They're from AliExpress and they're beautiful die cuts, but seriously they are on the large size of... I didn't actually use that one. Let me pick out one that I... Like, there's my hand, and my hands are big because... So, they were too big to use, and these ones, obviously, you can see the bigness of them. So I took them to my scanner and laid them on top of my scanner and photocopied them. I've got a laser printer photo scanner. So first I printed them like full size. No, that's not full size. First I printed them full size just to make some copies of them, but then when they printed out I thought, oh, they're still too big. So I decided to keep them on the scanner and print 2 to 1 sheet. So it basically shrunk it to half size, and these are a much more manageable size. So I printed some in, there were some more of the heritage ones. This one I did 3/4 size. I'll still use them, but just not for this project. Those ones are the bigger sort of girly ones. I had 2 different packs. They were the bigger girly ones as well. I may share some of these in Happy Mail as well. They're the half size ones. So the half size ones are a great size. Unfortunately that one's black and white because I did an oopsie. So as you can see, the size of these little ones are great, and they're quite easy shapes to cut out. So I went and fussy cut a bunch of those out. Hang on. And I've got a few leftovers as well. So these are some of the bigger ones I cut out, and I haven't managed to use these yet because, as you can see, they're quite big. And I have used most of the little ones. So they're very easy to fussy cut, and they look exactly like die cuts. I printed them on 210 GSM white cardstock from Officeworks. I get that quite big packs. I think about 200 or 100 sheets is about. Don't quote me on that. Under $20. So I'll show you what I've done. I've actually grouped 2 lots together to go out for a swap. So these ones, I made some foldable ones. So part of the swap had to, I need a bit of paper, had to have something. This is, imagine this is your journal page that goes on the side or on the top. I made mine side bits, and so they're seen on both sides. So this could be a tuck spot. If you glue it just on the side, you can tuck something into it, or you can just use it as decoration. So I grabbed 3 or 4 rolls of washi tape to use. So this one's got the keys on it. I grabbed my scrap bucket. This alphabet paper is actually wrapping paper from Kaisercraft, and I grabbed the die cut. So that's one of the ones I made. Made some paper clips. These gold paper clips are from Aldi. Bit of crepe paper and some black rub-on, stitching rub-ons I used on some of them as well. So I basically just started with a background piece, inked some of the edges of some of them, piece of scrap paper, piece of washi tape that coordinates, and the die cut. So I'm getting better. This is some recycled packaging. I made a tag. This striped paper again is wrapping paper from Kaisercraft, so it's quite old. So that's one of the sets I put together for a swap. I'll show you those first so I don't get confused. I meant to do this video before I divided them up. So another tag. So it's just white on the back so people can stick something on it if they wanted to. Little paper clip. Another one of those side tuck spots. So this one you can actually see this strip of paper. Once you put it on you won't see it. But if you are using it as separate pieces, you can just tear them apart and use them as separate corners. Depends what my partner wants to do. And I also made a pocket as well. I love how the black goes really nicely with some of the colours. So just some scrap paper, die cut, and some of the washi tape. So I will put those aside because I've allocated those to a swap and taken photos. Show you what else I made. So we'll start with the pockets and the tuck spots. So originally, well, this one's a pocket. So just a couple of die cuts, and a bit of washi tape and some paper. Experimenting with the black, so I hand cut a hole for this one to be a pocket. Some of the stitching as well. Another one I made. My pockets were getting a bit big. Now this was a pocket, and I realised it's going to be too This one? No. This one was a pocket, and I realised it was going to be too big for a journal. So what I've done is just cut it in half, and now it's a tuck spot. So you can stick it on the side of your journal and tuck something into it. And same with this one, I sort of made it and trying to use up some of the big die cuts. And now this one I made into a little pocket, so it's just a short little pocket, and this one's a tuck spot. So there's those that I made. These ones I don't know what I'm going to do with. I'm going to start a box of pre-made stuff so I can add them to Happy Mail and albums and things. So this one, I had a doily in my scrap box, so just using up bits of scrap, pulling in some of the colours from the die cuts, making little banners out of the branding strips as well. Used up a whole pack of really, really old stitched sewing rub-ons. I think they were from before Alexis was born. Shh, she's 11, so you can do the math. That one's really nice with the butterfly. So trying to work on my... This one's really cool. I couldn't help but put some stitching here from where the sewing machine goes. So I did ink some of them as well. Left some of them plain so you can ink after them. If you receive them, you will be able to ink them as well. It's a typewriter. So I am getting there with my clustering. So I made one with banners either side, some book paper, an old novel I'm working through to use in my craft. Another one with fishtails. So these are either embellishments to stick on, tuck spots, pockets, whatever you want them to be. I was just sitting here playing one night, and it's just fun to grab out some scraps and have a play. There's one with a watch, another one with the sewing machine. Because I photocopied the embellishments, I do have several copies, and I still have the original so I can make more of the die cuts. But you wouldn't know by looking at them that they're photocopies. They come out really, really nicely. And this one I love with the 2 hearts on it. That's really cute. So then I made some more of these. Again, I made a big one. I don't know, I make things really big. So this one I might take off the extra bit and make it a bit smaller. So it's another one that folds over, and I had to be quite careful because I wanted the alphabets to be up the right way. So I actually tore this on the fold, because this is wrapping paper that was folded into about 6 sections. So I had to work out which sections that I could keep folded, but the alphabet wouldn't be upside down, because I liked it to be up the right way. I like things to be up the right way. I'm a bit funny like that. So it's another one of the little sort of, I don't know what they're called, I suppose double-sided embellishments. But again, whoever receives them could cut them apart as well. So some paperclip stud with some really plain ones, just with some banners, playing around. And then I got a bit more fancy. This one's obviously one that comes over from the top. This die cut actually got cut off on the photocopier, so I still used it. I just tucked it under something else. So even if they don't quite work, because sometimes my photocopier cuts off things because it's a bit of user error. One with a little envelope, and a bit of washi tape. I love the pop of colour, the square washi tape Kims, and this one. Again, the bird's tail got cut off. Now, so instead of throwing it out, I just tucked it behind the crown. So they look really cool as well. So I just thought I'd show you what I've been up to. Hopefully I'll make some of these into a journal and send off some swaps. I'm looking at joining another paperclip swap, so I do have to make some more of these. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm getting there with my layering or they just look too simple. I admire some people that make these amazing embellishments, and I struggle to put more than sort of background, piece of paper, washi, and a couple of die cuts on it, so it doesn't look crowded. That's sort of the formula I'm using at the moment, so it sort of looks nice but doesn't look crowded or, I don't know, wrong. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.